Donald Trump has been telling reporters that an armada of U.S. Navy vessels is heading towards Iran. The revelation comes as the president renewed warnings to Tehran against killing protesters or restarting its nuclear program.
We have a big force going toward Iran. I stopped 837 hangings. You hang those people, you're going to be hit harder than you've ever been hit. It'll make what we did to your Iran nuclear look like peanuts.
The USS Abraham Lincoln aircraft carrier just went dark while transiting toward Iran, and the world is holding its breath. The nuclear-powered supercarrier crossed the Strait of Malacca and entered the Bay of Bengal, but then turned off its transponder and is now traveling dark, according to MarineTraffic.com monitoring systems. Think about what that means. A 100,000-ton aircraft carrier carrying 90 combat aircraft just disappeared from tracking systems while heading towards strike position against Iran. That's deliberate operational security indicating imminent military action. Before we break down exactly what happened and why this matters so much, please make sure you subscribe to Daily Military Talks. We're giving you the real analysis. The USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group was redirected from the Indo-Pacific to the Middle East amid Iran's internal unrest. The Pentagon ordered the redeployment as Tehran's crackdown on protesters killed thousands and Trump threatened intervention. Satellite imagery captured by Copernicus detected the Lincoln making a westward turn in the South China Sea on January 15th. The Carrier Strike Group includes flagship USS Abraham Lincoln, CVN-72, with 3 Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyers, USS Spruance, USS Michael Murphy, and USS Frank E. Peterson, Jr. Think about the firepower moving into position. Carrier Air Wing 9 embarked on the Lincoln consists of 8 squadrons flying F-35C Lightning II stealth fighters, FA-18EF Super Hornets, EA-18G Growlers electronic warfare jets, E-2D Hawkeyes, CMV-22B Ospreys, and MH-60RS Seahawks. And the F-35C aircraft from Marine Fighter Attack Squadron VMFA-314, Navy FA-18 Super Hornet fighters, and EA-18 Growler electronic attack aircraft can jam and strike Iranian air defenses. That's the exact capability package needed to suppress Iran's rebuilt defensive systems. A U.S. Navy fast attack nuclear-powered submarine typically operates with carrier strike groups, though identity is not disclosed for operational security. That means there's likely a Los Angeles or Virginia-class submarine with Tomahawk cruise missiles hunting alongside the Lincoln undetected. Think about the strategic positioning. OSINT trackers estimate the Lincoln remains approximately 3 to 5 days sailing from CENTCOM area of responsibility encompassing the Arabian Sea and Persian Gulf. That puts arrival around January 24, 26, 2026. Perfect timing for coordinated strikes. 12 F-15E Strike Eagle fighter jets from RAF Lakenheath in England landed at Muwafaq Salti Air Base in Jordan over the past 24 hours. These are accompanied by 4 KC-135 Stratotanker aerial refueling jets, enabling extended strike missions deep into Iran. CENTCOM confirmed that a U.S. Air Force F-15E Strike Eagle, assigned to the 494th Expeditionary Fighter Squadron, landed at a base in the Middle East, stating, "The F-15's presence enhances combat readiness and promotes regional security and stability." Think about what F-15E Strike Eagles bring. These aircraft can carry 29,000 pounds of ordnance, far more than stealth F-35s. They were instrumental in defending against Iranian cruise missiles during June 2025's 12-day war. Now the U.S. has 3 Strike Eagle squadrons in the region, according to open-source flight tracking. C-17 Globemaster III cargo jets are flooding the region with increased flights to Diego Garcia and other bases. A strike would require influx of air defense systems, material, and troops, exactly what heavy transports deliver. Reports indicate bombers landed at Diego Garcia, the joint US-UK base with unusually long runways enabling heavy strategic bombers like B-2 Spirit aircraft to launch long-range strike sorties. These can hit hardened underground targets that F-15s and F-18s cannot penetrate. Think about the layered strike package assembling. Stealth B-2s suppress deep underground nuclear facilities. F-35Cs establish air superiority. EA-18G Growlers jam Iranian radars. F-15Es deliver massive conventional payloads. FA-18 Super Hornets provide close air support. Tomahawk cruise missiles from destroyers and submarines saturate defenses. And unconfirmed reports suggest USS George H.W. Bush Carrier Group also departed Norfolk on January 13th, heading to the region. That would add second full carrier strike group with similar capabilities, doubling American air power. A former high-ranking U.S. military official stated, "It would be massive. First, we have to get forces there, then we would need to stage and employ them, then we need to sustain them, and we would have to be prepared to do all that for a long time. It would dwarf anything we have likely done in the recent past." Think about the scale being described. Larger than Iraq 2003, larger than Libya 2011, larger than Syria operations. This is full-spectrum conventional war preparation against peer adversary with advanced air defenses, ballistic missiles, and regional proxy networks. Trump told advisors that if the United States takes military action in Iran, he wants it to deliver swift and decisive results, avoiding prolonged conflict. That means overwhelming initial strikes designed to cripple Iran's ability to sustain operations. Multiple regional and American media accounts report U.S. carrier movements, bomber activity at Diego Garcia, and reinforced air defenses across the Gulf as officials coordinate contingency planning for Iranian retaliation. Think about what Iran is facing. The Pentagon was expected to surge additional assets, including possibly aircraft carrier strike groups accompanied by cruisers and missile destroyers. The added firepower serves as deterrent, but also gives Trump additional options if he chooses strikes. Share this with everyone you know, because several sources said there had been long-running concerns among U.S. officials that the military didn't have right mix of assets in place to protect against potential massive retaliatory strike from Iran, given that Trump surged much military force to Caribbean supporting Venezuela operation. That's why the carrier deployment is critical. Trump captured Venezuelan President Maduro on January 3rd, diverting significant assets. Now those forces must reposition while simultaneously building up Middle East presence. The logistics are staggering. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu informed the U.S. that Israel was not prepared to defend itself in event of Iranian response to American strike, given the U.S. military lacked sufficient forces in region to assist as done during June 2025 war. Think about Israel's vulnerability. Tehran fired missiles, killing 32 Israelis during last conflict. Iran also targeted Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar, where 10,000 American troops are stationed. Both know Iran will retaliate massively if Trump strikes. That's why reinforcements are essential. Reports grew that non-essential British and American personnel were evacuated from Al Udeid base in Qatar, supporting potential Iran operation. That's the clearest indicator that strikes are imminent. You don't evacuate unless attack is coming. The U.S. military reinforced Patriot and THAAD batteries across Gulf states as part of preparations for Iranian response. Washington tightened and augmented joint command centers with regional partners, including Israel. Think about the defensive preparations. Iran has thousands of ballistic missiles that can reach Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Israel. Every American base and allied capital needs layered missile defense before strikes begin. IDF Operations Directorate, Planning Directorate, and Israel's Defense Attaché intensified contacts with CENTCOM and Pentagon over past 2 days, preparing for multiple scenarios. 3 new F-35I Adir stealth fighters landed at Nevatim Air Base, strengthening Israel's multi-layered defense posture. Social media reports noted GPS disruptions over Iranian airspace and apparent use of electronic warfare intended to test systems degrading Iranian radars and sensors. That's reconnaissance preparing the battlefield, jamming tests before actual operations. Think about what Iran